Alright guys, so welcome back to part 2 of covering Sugar's Bond story. Going on to episode 4. Gonna continue doing it the way I was doing it the last time, just basically narrating whenever they're talking about certain things happening. Really only staying silent whenever Sugar's speaking and other characters. Although I do feel a little awkward kind of leaving it like that, because it kind of leaves a lot of dead air. But like I said before, I'm probably just going to leave some music playing in the background so it doesn't seem too quiet. And but so far, I mean, everything's been pretty good. I'm actually really enjoying this refresher on Sugar's Bond story. It's actually been pretty fucking funny. Like, I really do get a kick out of Sugar. But yeah, so before we get started, like the video, say nothing in the comments, subscribe, because it makes your butt cheeks look a lot more shinier than they already are. And who doesn't like having super shiny butt cheeks? But yeah, so let's put the horribly put together meme to the side and get straight into it, baby. Alright, episode 4, Coffee and Sugar. No, I think he's the worst person you want to contact. Alright, I'll let you do your thing. Emma takes the coffee beans and heads into the kitchen. Technically, she is telling the truth. A loud noise can be heard from the kitchen. Silence. 30 minutes later. Sugar suddenly produces a small bottle. She takes one spoonful of the blackish powder that's inside the bottle and puts it in the coffee. Bloop. Brown sugar. Bloop. Shit. The coffee has become thick and vicious, like a soup. Sugar drinks the coffee. It's so hard to tell when she's smiling and when she's not. With a somber look on her face, Emma makes some more coffee. As soon as the coffee is finished, it is put in a airtight container. I don't know why I said alright. Look, I'm sure she'll be perfectly fine, trust me. Not especially. Okay, thank you. Sugar. Let's hurry. Sugar grips tightly onto the bottle that's full of coffee and runs out. We'll be back. The quest is not finished yet. The bike's exhaust belches violently. Alright, cool. Now going to episode 5, Coffee and Partner. The Outer Rim has descended into chaos. Gunshots ring through the air, together with the sounds of rioters. Piles of broken boards, bricks, human corpses, and damaged mass production 01 Nikkes lie scattered across everywhere. Oh wait, why did I put the word across? Oh shit. Collectors are sifting through the corpses. Residents of the Outer Rim scavenge leftover parts from the damaged Nikkes. It's a sight almost too terrible to comprehend. And yet I comprehend it. This is too much. How are we gonna find the client? Sugar approaches a man bleeding from both his legs. Executions? Shotgun and bullets that run the door. And hand it to the man. Sugar drags me onto the bike. Before I can say anything, she starts the bike and accelerates. A short time later, I hear a gunshot from behind us. That gunshot. We traveled on the bike for a little while. We stopped at the Central Square. Sugar pulls out the bottle of coffee from her pocket and opens the lid. She pours some of the coffee into the mouth of the mass production 01. Sugar? The Civil War that broke out in the Outer Rim resulted in many casualties. Oh wait, that's the announcer. Sugar holds out a plastic cup filled with coffee. Is this? I'll savor it. Fuck it, let's go. I take a sip of the coffee. The flavor is unlike anything I've ever experienced. Such richness, such richness, that enchanting aroma, sublime. Amazing. No sugar added, straight up. Sugar downs the rest of the coffee. So, how is it? After saying this, Sugar stares straight ahead, a blank expression on her face. Doesn't she always kind of have a blank expression? Just look at everyone having a good time in the arc right now. All of that madness we saw in the Outer Rim feels like a million miles away. It's like it never even happened. Glimpses. Glimpses again. How about a kiss? For some reason, I can't taste the bitterness of the coffee. But I do pick up subtle notes of brown sugar? Alright, so that was definitely a hell of a refresher. Definitely enjoyed it. I kind of forgot how much I really like Sugar. I mean, she kind of tends to pop in and out of my own personal little top 10. But overall, from this whole little going back on it, bro, I gotta give this like a 62 out of 69. We don't really get to dive too much to like Sugar's backstory or anything like that. If anything, it's more for like silliness from what I'm picking up. With some crazy shit going on in the background, like a whole little Civil War. But I just get a kick out of Sugar, man, because she kind of feels like a fucking wild card. Like, well, I mean, I guess I don't know. Wild card is the correct word, but just I don't know. Like, she's kind of the opposite of what you think she would be. Like, I like when you do those little daily advice sections or whatever. Like, one of them kind of threw me off because, like, the way she's dressed, you would think she's like she's like a metalhead or something. No, apparently she's for like classical music and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, all right then. But I mean, I do get a kick out of the way she handles things. Pretty much brute force style. Like, fuck it, no bullshit. We're just gonna go in there, fuck shit up. All right, cool, we're done. Let's get out. So, in other words, basically my kind of woman. But overall, yeah, this was definitely really fun to go through. When it comes to the next Bond story, I still have not decided who I'm going to do next. But hey, whoever it is, I'll probably just voice the whole thing because it did feel kind of awkward only talking when the commander spoke or just fucking narrating certain things. But overall, this was really fun to go through. I really enjoyed it. Hope you did too. And yeah, just to reiterate, like the video, comment, subscribe. And yeah, man, thanks for watching. Night.